What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our Zero2 podcast. I've got an awesome special guest with me today. I think we're on like episode 4 or 5 of this. We've been having fun. Maybe one day we'll upload it to Spotify or something like that. But for right now, we're doing pre-recorded and then uploading to YouTube. So hope you guys enjoy it. And I'd like to introduce my special guest. We've got Marquay the GOAT here. The GOAT, Helicopter Man.
Hi.
First celebrity we've had on the podcast. This is pretty interesting. You feel like a celebrity, Marquay?
No.
This is your second podcast in like a week, dude.
My second podcast in a week.
Yeah. So we'll jump into it. So Marquay is a social media influencer on TikTok, 6.5 million followers on TikTok. What else you got? What all your follower count and everything else you got on other platforms?
So I have about 230K on Instagram and about 100K on Facebook. And on YouTube, I think I'm at 170K.
That's awesome. For people that don't know you, what kind of content do you make?
I make food content, reviews, challenges, traveling, pets, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
What's your favorite to make?
My favorite is food. I love food.
Yeah.
Any kind of food.
You like making food and
Making
trying
food,
other people's
trying
food?
other people's food. I literally will go to China to try some food, to try a dish.
So I don't know if we'll catch it on camera, but Marquay is also called the Helicopter Man. And
Oh, yeah.
he's called the Helicopter Man for a reason. Just went to Texas. Me and Marquay did. We left last Sunday. We came back Friday. Sunday we landed in Houston. Then we drove to San Antonio. Spent several days with Big Groove and Mark Lee Jr. in San Antonio. Go check out Big Groove's page. Marquay, also check out his page on TikTok and all his other social media handles. It's Marquay the GOAT. Yeah, you can check out his videos he made with Big Groove. Big Groove's like this 300-pound massive beast of a guy.
Huge.
And he can dance like the dude can move like water. Like he's
Moves
just
like the jellyfish from SpongeBob.
he is so good at moving,
Yeah.
especially like the size that he is. He goes to the gym for like 3 hours a day, very strict diet, everything else. Even though he does food reviews, and eats all kinds of crazy stuff when he's eating. It's not super healthy, but yeah, it's pretty cool that he's been able to maintain like his athleticism and his diet and everything else, even through eating all the stuff that he eats on TikTok. Mm-hmm. But we shot some videos with him. Then we went to Austin, which shout out to Austin. That was our favorite city by far.
By far the best city
that
ever.
we went to. I like downtown San Antonio. It had a cool vibe. That
Yeah,
river
it did.
walk
Yeah, it
and
did.
everything. I did.
We didn't get to experience everything because it was dark.
It was already dark. It was
Yeah.
late. We only had a few hours there.
Yeah.
I was running around with my camera, so I couldn't even ride the scooter very good because I'm trying to
Yeah.
hold the giant camera up and everything. Like it was a little bit difficult. And Groove had already fallen on a scooter previously in DC, so he didn't want to ride the like the Lime scooters, the little scooters you ride around town. So we didn't get to experience a lot, but what we did experience was a really cool area. I would have liked to get on one of those riverboat things, the little tours they did. That would have been pretty
that
cool.
seemed pretty cool.
And then we left from San Antonio, Austin, and then from Austin we spent a day in Dallas. And Dallas is cool. The way I mean, we live in Georgia, so we're close to Atlanta.
It was a little scary, you know.
I feel like it was kind of like a little bit bigger Atlanta.
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
We said it was scary.
Yeah.
We rolled in downtown, and when we rolled in, there was this lady standing in the middle of like a park area, and I don't know if she was in the fountain that was there, or if she was standing right by the fountain that was there. But she was just like,
somebody had their head turned, and they were just sitting like they were just sitting talking to someone else beside them, and she was like. And she ripped paper. Like, I don't know what she did, but like whatever she did, she meant it. Like she really meant it.
She was doing some pretty crazy stuff with her hands and the rest of her
scary.
body. But that's kind of like how Dallas was. Like we didn't go outside the like downtown area much, but it was still. I mean, we had a good time there. We didn't spend a lot of time there, but we had some good food everywhere we went. Had some good fun with Mark and Big Groove and Mark's wife. Had a good time there. And anyway, Marquay's never done a podcast before, so we were like, this was like 2 weeks ago. I was like, dude, Marquay, I need you to have you on my podcast. You know, I've done like my son, my wife, Amisha, Brad. Like I've had a lot of people. I need to get Joe on here next. But although he's like running all the behind the scenes stuff, he's an interesting guy. It'd be pretty fun to have him on here. But I was like, we need to get you on. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And then he's never done one. And then when we went to go meet up with them in San Antonio, Marquay filmed a podcast there, which was pretty cool. Tried to help them set up all the back end stuff and everything.
The setup is not so fun, but once you actually on the podcast, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, setup is like 2 hours minimum every time. Like it doesn't matter. Even if you got everything ready to go, it's gonna take you 2 hours.
Like I literally just took a nap.
Yeah,
I took.
He was over here sleeping trying to set this one up. We've been it's 4:53. We've been trying to set this up since like 2:00. So but we finally got it, and so he's got a little bit of practice from the last podcast that he did, which was a live stream and everything else. But we got you on here today, and yeah, man, I just want to, I know Mark asked you a lot of questions on that podcast, so some of this is probably going to be redundant, but, just kind of talk and see, like, where you came from, where you're going, any tips that you can share with anybody out there. So you heard earlier, Marquay's biggest following is on TikTok. You started TikTok when?
Like the peak of 2019.
2019?
Like in the night 2019.
You were in college at that point?
Yeah, I was in college.
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, I posted previously, but like I didn't really start posting actual content till like in the 2019.
So when did you like first get into like wanting to like film yourself doing fun things, or like when did you get comfortable behind the camera basically? How old were you? Like what age do you feel like?
So I used to make videos all the time. Like when I was like 11, 12, I'll make videos. And I used to have this guitar, which I could never play. I was terrible. But I always make a song and record myself making a music video or a song with my uncle. I don't know. I've just been doing this since I'm maybe 11, 12.
When you were at that age, did you have any like inspiration that you followed, or anybody that you liked and you were trying to be like them a little bit? Or
so I probably would say Jay Versace, King Bach, Avery Wilson, and Lala Milan. I don't know if a lot of people know who that is. She's like this.
It sounds familiar. So was that Vine days? Is that what you were watching? A lot of those people on were Vine?
Vine, YouTube? Instagram, YouTube, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you were just doing dance and video, so you were trying to play the guitar, doing some dancing, doing some stuff like that. Did you ever involve like any of your friends or anything like that?
Nah.
Mainly just you?
I didn't really have friends in like elementary, middle school, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that just got sad all of a sudden. I wasn't trying to bring the mood.
I had a few friends. I mean, I don't know. Like my first 6th, 7th grade year, I didn't really have that many friends. And then 8th grade, I had friends then. Like I was just, I don't know. I was that cool person. Well, I guess I was considered that cool person everybody was cool with. But like I would go home and like not like have like, I maybe only had like maybe 1 or 2 friends.
Well, I mean, I think everybody was kind of that way. They just didn't really let it show. They seemed like they were popular and stuff in school, but then they were just going home and like, they only had like a small circle of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. That's the way I was.
Yeah, that's how I
am. But we'll take this as a lesson, kids in middle school. Be nice to the kids that seem like they don't have a lot of friends, because they might end up being a celebrity one day, and you might could be friends with them.
Yeah, true.
Nah, just kidding. But so you're young, so around that time Vine was out, which if nobody remembers, Vine was a cool app. I love Vine. It eventually went out of business or whatever because they couldn't figure out a way to monetize it. I think it sold to somebody. I don't know if it sold to Instagram or I don't know. We could probably.
I think they sold it to Twitter, and Twitter shut it down.
Twitter shut it down? Okay, that sounds right. So they sold it to somebody. But Vine was a 7-second video platform. Did they ever change, or did it always stay 7 seconds? Do you know if it ever got longer?
I think it was always 7 seconds.
It's always 7 seconds?
They just always added like new features and stuff.
Yeah, but they couldn't figure out a way to like make money off of it. So they eventually just like basically went out of business. Twitter bought them out, and then they just like sunset it. Twitter was like, hey, we're done with this.
Yeah.
We can't figure out how to make money. Which was awesome because like in 2019, like Marquay was saying, I discovered TikTok, which I think was formerly Musically. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was
formerly music.ly, Musically.
Yeah.
Which like short story on that. I follow Gary Vaynerchuk. Are you familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk, Marquay? Gary V. You ever heard of him?
Gary V. Yeah, I heard of Gary V.
Gary V. This was back in like 2017, 2018. Everybody always looks to Gary V for like
Like advice
on investments or whatever. Because he missed the investment boat on Uber because he didn't believe in like one of the guys that like was running Uber.
Yeah.
So he didn't invest, and it was like they asked for like $100,000, and his $100,000 today or like several years ago when I heard the story would be like hundreds of millions if he would have invested.
Yeah.
And he didn't. But he was a lot of people ask him like, who are you looking at? And he's like, look into this company called Musical.ly. I think that's going to be big. A lot of teenagers are using it. You know, like I think it's going to be like the next big platform.
Yeah.
And like I remember hearing him talking about it on a podcast or a YouTube, something that I watched. And then nothing really ever happened with Musical.ly. And then all of a sudden I hear this TikTok and it's blowing up. We'll come to find out it was TikTok. Like, and he was right. Like, which is pretty cool about that.
Yeah.
But I downloaded it and I was like, holy cow, this is like the old Vine. Do you remember what the length on videos was initially when you first started posting? Was it 10 seconds?
On
15?
TikTok or
15 on TikTok?
15 seconds.
So the longest length on TikTok when it first came out was 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is really cool for creators like yourself and stuff, like making short, funny content.
Yeah. But see, even then, it was kind of crazy. So around that time, all the trends were basically music. So everybody who had music, it was a perfect time for them for that platform, where basically they would have like a song plan, and then they would reenact something into real time, but with the song. So it'll be like, you know that song that's like, this don't even make no sense or something like that.
Yeah.
But like it'll be something crazy. Like the people in the video do something real crazy, and then it'll line up to the end where the person says, this don't even make no sense.
Oh yeah.
So like that's all it was at first.
Yeah. I always liked, and I didn't know until like a few days after watching TikTok, I was dying laughing at videos.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the sound didn't go to that video. They were using somebody else's sound, but it fit perfectly with that video.
Yeah.
And it would be like, there was one where it was like, it sounded like a washing machine, but it was like turning into a beat. And so people would record like the washing machine and then like with a beat over it. But it was really like somebody had created like a beat or whatever. And like there was a ton of videos where I was dying laughing, and then I realized that it wasn't their sound. And I'm like, dang, it worked too perfect. Like the sound was too good. But then like it's still like the videos are still funny. It just wasn't like as funny, that it wasn't like a perfect scenario. They were adding music over it or adding sounds or whatever over it. But yeah, I enjoyed that. But so you're starting to make so the short videos, you were posting those on Instagram before, like your first videos you were making.
So before TikTok, I was doing Instagram like dance videos, like dub smash, stuff like that. Dub smash is just music and I don't know. But basically what I did was I would make dances. I would collab with other dancers on Instagram. I mean, I didn't have that many followers, but I would probably collab with someone who got like 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers. And like every day I would make a video with my friends in high school, and we would just dance. Like that's all we would do. We would dance every day. We had this one class period where our teacher was very, very sick, and then they ended up leaving. But like we didn't do nothing that whole class period. So we started dancing every single day. And then it would go viral a little bit on Instagram. And crazy thing is, me and my friend Thomas, well, he does social media as well, but now
Will?
Yeah, Will. So
well, I don't know what to call him.
Yeah,
you call him Thomas, but then he goes by Will.
WTE.
Yeah. What's his @? Do you know?
WTE.3.
Okay, we'll put it on the screen.
So me, him, and my other friend Garrett, we'll make a dance video every day. And then another friend, the friend Garrett, everybody was like, dang, why y'all dancing? Why y'all doing that? So Garrett, it got to his head. He stopped dancing with us. So then it was just me and Thomas. And then one day, me and Thomas hit up this one girl who was like, I think she had like 200K on Instagram. And we bought a promo from her. And when I tell y'all, when we bought that promo, we went viral. Like, we just bought it for her story. I think it was like $50. I can't remember her name, but she used to hang with Braceface Lay and them. They were dancers as well. But that promo, literally, I think I went from like 1,000 followers to like 3,000 followers because we had made a challenge and it just went viral.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then it was just crazy. And then Thomas, it got to Thomas, and then Thomas stopped making videos. And I was like, man, I'm on my own now. So at that point, it got to a point where I would just make anything. Like anything that I thought of, anything that came in my mind, I would just make it. And then I started having fun with it. and like kept having fun with it. And then I don't know, it just kept getting more viral and viral.
And this was before Reels on Instagram, right?
Yeah,
So
before Reels.
You were just posting videos to Instagram.
Videos, yeah.
And you could do fairly long videos with that, right?
Yeah.
Were you trying to stick within a certain like time frame at that point?
Not
How long your videos were?
Like on TikTok or Instagram?
On Instagram when you were first posting.
I think it probably maybe 0 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Around that time frame.
And so you started seeing like some small like success from some of your stuff going viral on there and getting more followers. And then that made you like, you think that made you more hungry to want to keep creating?
Yeah. And see, I was having fun too. So like, it was like perfect. Like imagine knowing a dance and then it's always good to know a dance because you never know where you'll be. You might be at a basketball game and you might see somebody else doing that dance.
Yeah.
Now y'all both making that dance. Or you'll be somewhere and you're just bored anyways. And you're like, hey, let me make a video. This is a cool place to make a video at. You make the video and they get a couple thousand views.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's like pretty fun to make. And then not only that, you get to see other people like comment, interact with them and stuff like that.
So that made you feel good.
Yeah.
What about like, did you ever deal with like negative comments?
Oh, yeah. I just ignored it. I always ignored it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been, maybe every once in a while, just for the kick of it, just for the fun, I'll like say something back. But like 9 times out of 10, I always would ignore it. Like I never would care.
Where do you think that came from? How like other people that are trying to create right now, they're like scared to make videos and put themselves out there because they're worried about the negative things. What would you, like, how do you combat that? It was just a mentality that you had from the beginning, or was there something that you...
At first, I used to be scared to like record in front of people, or, it took me a while to like actually make a video in front of my class because that's where we did our dancing at, or like, so I don't know. I just was like, these people know me and I was comfortable with them. But like when I was in public, I used to be like very timid to like make videos or like stuff like that. But then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to just do it. I forced myself to do it. And I was like, dang, this is not bad. And I realized like people really don't care,
Yeah.
They really don't care.
Yeah.
I can go in Walmart right now and scream as loud as I can. They'll think about it for 1 or 2 seconds and then that's it.
Yeah, it's like an NPC.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen all the videos on TikTok and stuff where people are pretending to be like NPCs or whatever.
Yeah.
And people just don't care.
They don't care.
Like
they gonna live there. They have so much going on. Even now, it's bad now. Like everybody got so much going on. They're not gonna think about you maybe 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
They might talk about it later, but then that's it. You're part of the day. You made their day.
Yeah.
You altered their whole day because of the experience they saw.
Yeah, and it's like, even if it is something that's negative, if somebody wants to talk negative about you, how many people did you impact in a positive way?
Yeah, that's true.
So how many positive comments are you getting? Or how many, like, you're doing a dance, you might teach another kid a dance, and that kid's doing that dance now. He's creating content, and he's having fun. Now he's collabing with people, like you said. Yeah. Like, I'm sure that was fun when you were collabing, even when you were small and had less than 1,000 followers. You said you were collabing with people that had 10,000, 20,000 followers. Like, how much fun were you having doing that?
It was fun. And then it was always like a few people. Like, there's a lot of people don't know it, but there's a lot of creators, and there's a lot of creators here, and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
Like back then, you wouldn't even know unless you like, I don't know, unless you ask them like, where are you from? Or like you text on their video, where are you from?
Yeah. And you realize they live here,
they live
close
here.
by, or within an hour or so. Yeah, it was funny. Just yesterday, we were talking about a video that's gone viral, and you were like, "Yeah, they actually live here," and I'm like, "What? No way!" I learned just from yesterday. You told me about some people that lived here that I didn't even know.
Yeah. There's another guy that lived here. He kind of like he was like really really big on Instagram. I think his name was like Your Favorite Trinidad or something like that. But like he had about like 300, almost 400,000 followers when Instagram, like I probably don't have like 1,000 followers then.
Yeah.
But I ended up collabing with him at one point because of another friend of mine. He had about like 40K. But like he was dancing as well.
So it seems like a lot of people, see, I think that's maybe where I struggle. I don't know how to dance, so I never posted video. But like, it seems like a lot of people got their fame. Like a lot of them were like started off doing dancing videos.
Yeah, because like Dub Smash was like before TikTok, before Musically, Dub Smash was like huge. It was literally everywhere. Like I'm pretty sure everyone everyone has done a dub smash before.
So can you look up? We can look up like a dub smash.
But dub smashers no longer exist.
It doesn't exist.
The app is gone.
I wonder if there's some old like dub smash stuff in here.
Oh yeah, it should be. Yeah, like go to that video where Braceface lay. Yeah, like that was dub smash. It's just dancing.
How many seconds are these typically?
Maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
So that's what you were doing, was just
Yep.
single, standing in front of the camera.
Yep.
And then most of the dances to the song, it has a specific dance.
Yeah.
So it's always the same
yeah.
dance.
Well, yes and no. And then somebody would, like, they basically, it's always the same, you know, hit them folks, whoa, nay, stuff like that. But like some people come up with a new move and then they'll add it to the older moves.
And that can trend.
And then it can trend. And then, you know, it'll just be like people adding different moves and different scenarios. I don't know.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like Charlie D'Amelio, like she took off on TikTok with her dancing. Were those original dances that she was doing?
So the dances she got were actually from people from Dub Smash. So
Gotcha.
all of those dances were from people from every single dance that's on TikTok. Well, not now because now it's just, but all of those are from Dub Smash.
And Dub Smash was an app.
Dub Smash was an app.
Gotcha.
Nobody would ever post on Dub Smash because we just used it for the audio and then we would save it and post it on Instagram.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
But all the dances that were ever on TikTok, the Renegade, all that were on Dub Smash, all of it.
Gotcha. So TikTok basically put Dub Smash out of business once they started.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's what it sounds like anyway.
Basically.
Because everybody was doing nobody was posting on Dub Smash.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a social platform. It was more of recording and creating kind of app, and then you upload to TikTok or wherever, or Instagram before TikTok. So a cool story that I always like to talk to Marquay about is he went to high school, and in high school you had what was the class that you had that taught you?
Oh, AVTF, audio, video, technology, and film.
So it was how many, did you take it throughout all of high school? So
Yeah, I took it throughout. Well, actually, I took journalism my 10th grade year. Well, hold on. So I took web design my 9th grade year, journalism my 10th grade year, and then I took AVTF my 11th grade. Well, I took AVTF partial 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade.
Gotcha.
And we made like films, we made film. We did a lot of everything I learned is everything I use.
So what's really cool about that to me is we didn't have anything like that in high school for me. We had like a news program that you could do or whatever, but that was basically like that you did the morning news. There was only like 2 or 3 kids that did that. And I don't even know if there was a class related to it or not.
Yeah.
But what's cool is like the time that we're growing up in now, everybody wants to be a YouTube star, wants to be like, you ask any kid under the age of 16 right now or 15 what they want to be when they grow up. They probably want to be something with YouTube or TikTok or some sort of like creator. And so the fact that like fresh out of high school for you're already making videos, you had Dub Smash, you had Instagram going on, you're getting your feet wet with learning how to edit videos and everything else through high school.
Yeah.
And then it just like, I feel like there was a lot of things that like went your way to be able to help you be the creator that you are today.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. Like the whole, like everything just kind of aligned really good for you.
Yeah, that's true.
In that aspect. And then the fact that you had the mentality to persevere through like negative comments or being shy or anything else, like all that other stuff. So I feel like it's not just like, I think a lot of people probably think, oh, Marquay just, he made one video, it went viral, and then now he's who he is. But it's like, really, there's a lot of steps. You can bake a cake.
Yeah.
But you need the recipe in order to bake the cake. There's a lot of ingredients to be able to have that cake to come out where it's actually good.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people like can use and benefit from this to be like, hey, if you're interested in this, like if there is in some sort of audiovisual class in your high school or in your school, if not, can you get on YouTube and start learning videos and learn how to edit?
And see, a lot of people don't know is that like nowadays, I think everywhere nowadays, every high school is based on like what you want to do, So like, I think Spencer has, I think theirs is video game editing.
Which is super popular.
Yeah, but yeah, like some like STEM is Carver. But yeah, like basically, it's set up now to the point where it's kind of like college for those who don't know if they want to go to college.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of people who be like, well, I see young people like in middle school who like, oh, I want to be a TikToker, or I want to be a YouTuber. You need to go to that high school to see if you like it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And then again,
if you're not good getting in front of a camera and you don't feel comfortable, or you hate editing or whatever it is,
that's just the basics of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of basics you got to learn. And if you don't like any of that, then chances are you're probably not going to go very far with it.
And then you got to get into marketing too. So it's like, I took a marketing class in high school. Like, I don't know, it's just like everything I took. When I picked my classes, I was very smart when like picking my classes. Like I had to make sure that's something I wanted to do before I went to that school.
Yeah.
Especially with high school. Because I didn't even know if I was going to go to college, and I ended up going. But I ended up not liking college either way you go.
So you played basketball your whole like childhood, basically, all the way through high school. And then what happened?
My 10th grade year, I got hurt. And it was like, I ain't going to say it was perfect timing, but like that's when I really started making content.
Which is like one of those cool things. It's like making lemonade out of lemons. You know, like you probably thought, oh my God, I was going to go to college. Yeah. I wanted to be a professional NBA player, like all this other stuff. And now this is like a career ending. You had a knee injury. Is that what it was?
Knee injury.
Were you able to play any more after that at all? Or was it pretty much done?
I could play, but like I would never be the same as I was. If that makes sense.
How upset were you?
Very. Because I would always go to like the practices, couldn't do nothing. Then when I finally started going back to when I started doing physical therapy, I was doing it at school, but like, I don't know, it just wasn't the same. I couldn't get back to where I was, so I didn't want to play.
Yeah, I mean, I always live by like the motto: when one door closes, another opens.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's again another perfect storm for you. Like you thought something was going to be really bad, and it ended up being really good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have went on to do whatever with basketball too.
Yeah.
But at least you found another avenue that you love, and you're able to make money with it, and you're able to grow. And who knows where the other avenue would have taken you, but like at least now you kind of got like a sure path, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So you went to college. What was your college career like? Where'd you go? Give us the details on that.
So I went to Georgia State, and I did I did basically physical therapy. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do physical therapy. But at the time, I really didn't like, I liked the concept of school, but I didn't like doing it every day where it just took all of my time, all of my creativity, and I had to use it for one thing. You know, like it would take up all my time throughout the whole day. And I'm like, dang, I couldn't even make a video today because it would take all my time. And I was still making videos then because I was at work too. But basically, when I was in school, I went for physical therapy, but I was still making videos, and I just kept being consistent with it. And eventually, I got a DM from TikTok asking me to go to an event, and I'm like, whoa.
How many followers? Do you know how many followers you had?
I was at like 600K, and I'm like, dang, they noticed me. So I was like, dang, if they notice me and I'm only at 600K, this is crazy. Like they invited me to go to TikTok. At first I thought it was fake, but then I realized it was from the TikTok Instagram. So I filled out the stuff. They was like, hey, you got to fly. And I already had like bad anxiety. That's another reason why I didn't like school, because it's like really, really bad. But it was like, yeah, you got a flight. You can't invite no guests. You got to come on your own. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to go. So I asked a lot of people, I was like, should I go? And they're like, I don't know. You got bad anxiety. I don't know if you really want to go. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pray about it and I'm going to go. So I decided to go.
Where was the event at?
It's in LA. It was in LA. So I went and I seen literally every creator that I looked up to, every single creator. And I might have been like the smallest creator there. I seen Christian Dennis. I seen King Bach. I seen everybody you could think of. I seen Terry Crews.
Dang.
I seen Mariah Carey.
Dang.
I seen I seen anybody I could think of, Lala Milan, everybody I looked up to, just all in one area. It was so many people, so many YouTubers there. It was just like a big event. And I don't know, I was like, man, I seen Nathan Davis, all those people. And I met up with them. We made some content. I had finally met Dank then. Me and Dank, we was just,
Yeah.
we was at our early stage of like making content and stuff.
So Dank, we'll throw a video up of like her app, and we'll throw up a video like that we just did with Dank in Houston.
Yeah.
Because she's based out of Houston, right?
Yeah, she's based out of Houston.
And so we did a video when we landed in Houston. That was the whole purpose. We went to Houston versus just going straight to San Antonio, was to actually hang out with her and make a video, which we did. And I think it did really good. It did really good on Instagram.
Yeah, it did okay on TikTok.
Yeah, it did okay on TikTok, but it did really good.
Really good.
We're sitting there. We're in this place. What was the name of the place again?
Main Event.
Main Event, which is like a big arcade. Mm-hmm. And Marquay's like, all right, I want to make a video, but he's like, I don't know what to do. What can we do? And like he sits there for a second, he goes, I got it. You remember those old school videos, like the old style TikTok? Like I want to do something like that where we're tying a shoe and then your friend walks off. And so like literally 5 minutes of Marquay thinking that was his idea.
Yeah. And
there was 4 of us there, but we needed 4 people on camera. So we had to ask a random person to film. You remember the first one?
Yeah, I remember that.
All right, so y'all got to go check out this video. All right, Marquay bends over to tie a shoe, and the video's from behind, and like a little piece of Marquay's crack hangs out. This lady, a random lady who was fortunate and nice enough to film this video for her, because she's just walking through the parking lot, and she's got like her kids with her and stuff. They're ready to go in there and go play games. She stops, films Marquay. Marquay bends over, and then she zooms in perfectly on his crack. Like it was planned.
It's like she thought that was the point of the video. She thought that was the point of the video, so she didn't want to miss it.
If that was the point, she
aced it.
Dude, she blew it up. Like it was perfect.
It was perfect.
But it was, so Marquay, like he gets it and he's like, all right, let me look at it. He goes, oh my God, my crack's showing. We can't do this. So we refilmed it again. Yeah. But I was like, Marquay, I wish we could figure out a way to add the crack in.
I know.
The way she did it was hilarious. He was scared he was going to get canceled.
I think I might do a blooper video of that.
Yeah, you could.
For like YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, that'd be great. But it was hilarious. But like he did it, and then Dank, like Marquay, hanging out with him anyway, you're going to laugh. He's going to keep you laughing. And so like Marquay's reaction on the video of like Dank coming back and like being like, come on, like,
oh my God, they left.
I heard that like 37,000 times while Marquay was editing the video. In the video, he says, oh my God, they left. And like, I just heard that the whole trip. It kept playing over and over. But when Dank comes back, he like gets excited and jumps up and like claps and stuff. And Dank was genuinely like smiling, which made the whole video so good. Because like her smile,
the smile was like so genuine.
Yeah, it was straight genuine. But yeah, we made that video, which was cool with her. So anyway, you met her there. Sorry, I got on a
So we met her. I finally met her. So like we had this like small group chat, and I think it was Simi, he's another creator, Dank, me, that boy Ness. We ended up eventually after that, we ended up having another trip where we met in Florida. But back to the TikTok event. So we went there, and I met all these people who thought like me, created content like me.
And you almost didn't go because of your anxiety.
And I almost didn't go. Dang. And it was all paid for and everything. And I met so many great creators. Like it was like the best thing ever.
Which I'm sure hyped you up to want to keep creating more.
After that, like shortly after that, I ended up getting verified. I ended up hitting like 2.5 million followers. Like everything, like I literally stopped school. I got lucky because COVID had happened and everybody had to learn from home anyways. And COVID had just started. When we got back home, COVID had just started, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back to school."
Well, it was
like, what you mean?
Like me, I did basically the same thing. I didn't have COVID, but I was like, this is kind of dumb because my business is doing good. Yeah. It's always like college is always there.
Yeah.
So like if you got something, you got a calling.
Yeah.
Like yours, you kind of knew what was going on. Yeah. You had a calling pulling you this way. Yeah. You could always, if it never worked out, you can always go back to college, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that's like, I mean, I'm sure you had that mentality a little bit about it too, right?
Yeah, I did. And then not only that, it was like perfect. Well, I ain't gonna say perfect because it was like very sad. But when COVID happened, everybody was freaking out. And like, I'm one of those people, I'm like a big germaphobe, so I'm freaking out.
You have no idea.
I seen somebody cough.
Hanging out with us.
And I literally walked.
Scared of everything.
I walked out of the classroom and I said, I'm leaving. Never came back. The next day, somebody at the school ended up in the hospital. I'm like, dang. So I get up like, dang. I was right on it. So I went all the way back home to Columbus. I said, forget Atlanta, forget college. I'm going back home. And I started making content every single day, all day long. I was posting like 3 or 4 videos a day.
This guy watched a video one time talking about like DoorDash and Uber Eats. People might have fentanyl on them, so be careful. He watches one video. He orders DoorDash a few days later, forgets about the video, grabs his DoorDash from the guy that delivers it to his house, touches the guy's finger, starts having a panic attack immediately, falling out in the driveway, thinking he's dying. His dad's got to come out there and help him. All he did was touch this guy's finger.
And like, we was about to go to the hospital.
That one video.
Yeah.
So, yes, he let stuff bother him really bad. So I can only imagine when COVID happened, you were straight panicking.
I stayed in the house for 3 months. But like, just if you would have seen that COVID content, I was making a skit every single day. Like 1 minute long skit every day.
It's funny how like when COVID happened in 2020, like middle of 2020, what was his name? The Tiger King.
Oh yeah.
Everybody blew up the Tiger King and everybody blew up TikTok.
Yep.
It was like those were the 2 like COVID things that were going on.
Yep.
And luckily you were already starting to create videos on TikTok. So it honestly helped you out.
Yeah.
I know you said it was sad. It was a sad thing that happened. A lot of people lost their lives and got sick and have like respiratory issues for the rest of their life or other issues for the rest of their life after having it. But it also propelled a lot of people's like careers in the future too. Yeah. So, you know, with bads, there's goods, and with goods, there's bad sometimes. So, you were able to capitalize off that basically. I'm not promoting this drink, by the way. I need to drink it. little ASMR there. So,
if you haven't already, check out the ASMR video on my page.
The mukbang?
The mukbang, yes.
Yeah, so we did a mukbang video. So we can talk about that a little bit. So YouTube, how many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
170K.
170K.
But the good thing about YouTube is like when you're first starting, I don't know if I'm like the only person like this, but when I have a video, when I'm starting off on a new platform, especially YouTube, and I have a video and it only like, you know, it's at 900 views. But like it motivates me. Like I love it. I love that I got 900 views on that video because I had such a short audience and they watched the whole video. But it made me happy because I'm like, dang, I get that thrill of starting over in a way where it's like I get to build my platform however I want to.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's so fun starting a YouTube channel. I don't know if some people like YouTube or ever thought about making one, but like for sure, doing that in that video, like all those videos, it motivates me.
So it's not necessarily that it's YouTube; it's more that you like to just like start from scratch and watch it build up again in a different way and a different approach of how you did TikTok and Instagram.
I get to experiment with everything, anything, however I want. It's just fun. It's fun to do.
Which we've talked about this before. You're worried about being canceled or being banned on TikTok. 6.5 million followers.
Yeah.
That's a lot to lose there.
Yeah.
Instagram, well, mainly YouTube, you have a good bit less. Yeah. So you're not as afraid to lose that because you have the other platforms that you already have more on. So your freedom to create is more on
it's
YouTube.
not limited at all.
Yeah, like you'll post anything. Yeah. Yeah, we're always making, like he's making videos sometimes. We'll be in the car, and I think that he's just pretending, holding his phone up sometimes. Yeah. Or that he's filming something and he's going to post it to a story. Nah, it becomes a YouTube short. Yep. Like he's just telling a story and it's a short. I'm like, oh my God. Like 30 seconds, the video is done. He comes up with a script in his head. He films it one time and it's immediately posted to shorts. And it does good.
And it does good.
But I've seen videos of other people talking about that same thing where their YouTube, they're very cinematic. They're very like they're long form videos because they have a lot of subscribers, like millions of subscribers. Yeah. It's thought out. It's, may take a week to film, edit, get it posted, only putting out one video a week or one video every 2 weeks, but it's a really good 10-minute long video or whatever it is. But then their shorts, they're like, no, I just grab my phone out and like I literally look around the room and I'm like, oh, I can make a video on this.
Yeah.
And then that video does really well.
Yeah.
So like their shorts versus their long form are completely different. And so something that's happened before is basically YouTube kept shorts completely separate from long form videos. Right?
Yeah.
Like if they followed you or subscribed to you because of your shorts, basically they only got fed your shorts and everything else. Now it's getting where it's a little bit more meshed over.
Yeah.
If you post on if it's long form video or a short form video, basically people are getting notified, your subscribers are getting notified, all that kind of good stuff. So I think your YouTube, you're fairly like premature in it right now, especially with long form video. But what's cool is like, and why Marquay's here today is to help edit videos. He's going to get Joe and we're going to try to help him like edit some videos. He's really good at editing himself, but he's been doing some technical stuff that's been killing his computer basically on memory.
Yeah.
So we're going to teach him some shortcuts on how to help him like edit a little bit where it helps out his memory. But I think you want to do more long form videos, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the whole time we were in Austin, you were doing vlog style on that.
And I literally cannot wait to edit it. Cause like I don't watch TV at home. So like editing is like me watching TV in a sense. So like I literally eat some food and edit like like I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
And then when I get tired of watching TV, I'll go watch some TikToks.
Yeah. So you're going to grow, and that's what we did, the mukbang video we were talking about earlier, the ASMR mukbang. We did that here, actually sitting here.
Yeah.
And it was really cool.
Yeah.
And we had fun. And if your YouTube starts to grow more on like your long form video, of course, you can do like your compilations like we've done in the past.
Yeah.
Vlogging.
Surprisingly, the compilations, they do good after a while.
It just takes a little while.
It just takes a little while. Everyone I've seen, I think I'm gonna do a compilation. I think the next video I'm gonna do a compilation of every drink that I made.
Oh,
that's gonna go crazy. Good. That's gonna be psycho.
So that one that we did with Groove, that drink video, how many views is it at right now?
13.5 million.
And it went like 2 million in under 24 hours.
Under 24 hours. That's crazy.
So it's gonna keep gaining traction.
Yep.
So those videos do really well.
I'm actually making another drink video today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which you gonna talk about it? We'll post this after that's out, so you're good.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do something because I did blue, and I mean I did red before, but I think I might do purple this time.
You're gonna film it tonight?
Yeah, film it tonight, and I'm gonna post it tonight.
You doing it by yourself?
Nah, I don't know. I gotta find somebody to do it with. Try to make it.
Yeah, the drink videos do good, and you've talked about like because of Grooves. Like one of the things could be cool is anytime you do a collaborator, like immediately your go-to is going to be one of the
making a drink with random, like not random, but like other creators.
Yeah.
So like that'll introduce my collab that I'm doing with them.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I think that'll do really good just because the drink videos have done really well in the past. And they're it's really cool. Like I see a lot of like alcohol drinks on TikTok posted and that's just for people over the age of 21.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because your videos, they're non-alcoholic and they're just crazy cotton candy and gummy worms. And
like one day I'll be able to make a drink with Drake, Lil Yachty.
That's the goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, if you can get Drake. I mean,
that'll go crazy.
Drake's got enough. He's got 30 seconds. You know, we get all the materials and film it, and all you got to do is just show up. Yeah. So Drake, next time you're in Atlanta, or around Georgia.
Yeah.
Dang, I think Joe just fell out there.
I think Joe just fell.
All right, yeah. So Drake, Lil Yachty, Beyonce.
Yeah,
Jay-Z.
Beyonce for sure.
I mean,
Sexy Red.
Oh God, here he goes with his Sexy Red.
Hey, I'll make a red drink with Sexy Red.
Oh dang, a Big Red.
I'm gonna hit her up. I'm gonna hit her up.
Wake up, Big Red.
I'm gonna hit her up right now. I'm gonna hit her right now.
He's DMing her right now.
Right now, as we speak.
That'd be crazy. Sexy Red, you want to make a red drink with me, and then do the one with Big Groove and be like, look at this one. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
so YouTube's done well. Recently, probably your newest one is Facebook, right? You posted a lot of videos on Facebook, and you got 100K on Facebook right now.
Yeah, I got 100K
you did that
on Facebook.
like quick, right?
Yeah. So when I first started Facebook, I wasn't really that focused on it. I just seen somebody had posted my video, and it kind of made me upset because they stole my video, and I think they had 10 million views on it.
On your video?
Yeah, on my video. So I forced them to take it down because I know they made money off of it. And on Facebook, 10 million views is like, 10K. So you're making like, he probably made like 5 to 10K on my video.
Holy cow.
Because bonuses had just came out. And I told him to take it down. And then I started posting my own content. I posted maybe 5 videos. Every single one of them hit over 1 million. The first video I posted hit 17 million. Within 2 days. Yep.
Oh my
First
gosh.
video. Second video.
What was the video?
The video that he reposted.
Oh.
So I just reposted that.
Gotcha.
And then I posted some more. And then it just kept going viral and viral and viral. And then I slowed down because I got unmotivated with Facebook. Because I think it was because I don't really use Facebook. I didn't see like much revenue on Facebook because they wasn't paying me. And then now they're paying me. And then I got to restart basically. But always stay consistent because once that moment, now you never know when you're going to get monetized. So might as well just keep posting because when you stop, you got to restart. Like right now, I'm at the point where I just had a video with 1 million views. And I think my next one is close to 1 million. But like, don't stop. You got to keep going.
Is that like, if anybody had like one huge takeaway from any of this, what you think that would probably be? The consistency.
Consistent. Consistent is like the answer to everything.
Yeah.
That's like, that's like you hit up 50 people a day to work with, like say when you first started, like you did lawn care, regular lawnmower.
Yep.
You just go to 5 doors. You go to 5 doors every day.
Yep.
And then they like, nah, we're good. Nah, we don't care. And then the next day you hit 10 people. And then out of those 10 people, they're like, nah, we don't care, nah. And then the third day, you go and then you hit up 50 people. And you get like 5 to 6 people. And then you just instantly stop,
Yeah.
So if you're not consistent, you're going to lose those people. They're going to find more people. They're going to find somebody else to work with.
Well, I think that, and on top of that, you're perfecting your craft.
Yeah.
So, you're getting better every single video. I challenge anybody, a YouTuber that you like or a TikToker that you like or anything, go and watch their, scroll all the way to the bottom and watch their first videos. They're usually terrible.
Yeah.
The quality is terrible.
Yeah.
The audio is terrible.
Man, my first video,
terrible.
Instead of text, I used paper.
They didn't have text on screen.
We didn't have text, so I used paper, and I'd be like, I was acting like I was ketchup, so I had the word ketchup on me. I was wearing a red shirt, and then I had mustard. I was wearing a yellow shirt, and I had mustard in front of me. It's just crazy time.
Yeah.
But this one video that I made was hilarious. I had a drink of water, so this was when I did kind of dark content, and I had water in a cup, and then it said water. So I drunk it, and I removed the label, and it said Sprite. And I was like, No, it said water. So I was like, okay. And then it said Sprite. And I was like, oh, okay. So I drunk it, and I removed the label again. It said bleach. And then I was like this. I think I should remake that.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's so dark, I will only be able to post it on Instagram. It's so dark.
YouTube?
Some people, YouTube too.
Yeah.
Some people will be like, wow, that is crazy. But then some people will be like, ah.
Yeah.
But then there's some people, you got to be real careful. But I know my audience on YouTube and Instagram, they would love it. It's just I have a mixture of all audiences on TikTok to the point where it's like the older people, they're going to be like, yeah, that's not funny. You shouldn't joke like that. I don't want my kids drinking that,
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like the dark humor. I like the skits. Yeah. I like kind of it all.
I'm going to remake that because it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like a regular cup and it say water, you like, and it say Sprite, you're like, oh, okay. And then you rip the label again and say bleach. It's dang.
And so what we were talking about a second ago is if you go back to people's older videos, if you see videos like that of you, the first original ones, it was probably the quality, the cameras have gotten better, audio's gotten better.
My camera looked at like an Android, the worst Android you could think of.
Yeah, so everything's gotten better. Yeah. And so you only get better. I think there's we've talked about this before, there's I think it's a book, it's 10,000 hours or the 10,000 hour rule. Mm-hmm. And it's basically you're not a professional at your craft until you've at least reached 10,000 hours of doing that.
Okay.
And so a lot of people don't want to start, people are scared to start creating content because they're scared the content isn't going to look as good. Say there's a kid that's out there. He's 14, 15, 16, whatever.
And see, I know one.
And he looks up to you.
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to create content because every time he brings out his camera, or starts recording, it just doesn't look as good, doesn't sound as good.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't make that content because it doesn't look as good as you.
Yeah.
But you've been doing this for years now.
Years, yeah.
Like you took classes in high school. You've done a lot of stuff to lead you to this point. Your first videos weren't that way. I've gone back to your old Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to your old Instagram if anybody can find it. I know it's out there.
Found the old one?
No, you showed it to me.
Oh,
before.
yeah.
I know it's still out there, ain't it?
Oh,
your
my
old
God.
Instagram.
Yeah, it's still out there.
Look, somebody go look up his old Instagram. You can find it. But his old Instagram's out there, and he's like doing singing and dancing. He looks like a little kid because he was. How old were you when you first? Were you like 12, 13, 14?
Yeah, like 12.
Yeah, he's like 12 years old in these videos. It looks nothing like his videos now.
Yeah.
Like, and Marquay just yesterday we did a Chick-fil-A video together, and he's like, "Man, I'm gonna change up my style a little bit." And like he wants to start doing a little bit more higher quality, a little bit different thing. We're gonna start shooting with better cameras, like the cameras we're using to shoot here today. Start adding some drone videos in. So it's like you get to that point where you're making a little bit of money. Now you can afford a little bit better equipment, a little bit better phone, a little bit, and so it's like, don't look at what you're doing now. Start somewhere.
Yeah.
And then be consistent, because that's what I've watched you do. I mean, when I first met you a couple years ago, I think you were telling me you were doing like 2 videos a day on TikTok, and now you're down to 1 a day, or 1 every other day, or whatever you want to do. I mean, you have all these ideas going, but sometimes it's like, dang, this is a little too much. Like you're overdoing yourself, which can kill your quality a little bit too on some of your stuff.
Yeah.
But you're putting in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of creating content. It's going to look really good, and it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So like people, again, I don't want people to be discouraged from not wanting to start creating, and then they kill their consistency because they're just like, I'm 5 videos in, it doesn't look anything like I want it to look. It's like,
so
just keep going.
The best way to do it, if you're gonna make content, don't do it for the views. Don't do it for anything else but the simple fact that you enjoy doing it. So when you make a video, have fun when you do it. If you're not having fun, change your whole concept, change your whole video, because you're never going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like you know, like if you're not having fun when recording, or like, you know, or like you have that idea in your head and you think it through and you're like, dang, that's going to go viral. That's going to go viral. And it don't matter because you have fun making it. So it won't hurt you that, dang, this only got 5 views. Okay, find a way to make it better.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be your fault that it only has 5 views.
Yeah. It could be anything. It could be the algorithm. It could be because one person that viewed it that last go round didn't like it. It could be anything. You never know.
And I mean, something else could be trending. You know, we had that whole submarine thing going on a few months ago, and everything was about the submarine. If somebody would have posted their best video ever, it could have gotten buried into something else that was trending.
I will say, one time I posted a video. I used to do those storytime skits, and I think it would take me maybe 2 to 3 hours to make one completely, because I would add music to it, I would add audio to it, and I posted it. And it flopped. I think it maybe had 100 views in an hour. I'm like, dang, that's bad. So I watched the video again. Again and again. I'm like, okay. I changed one small thing. I took one clip out, reposted the video, hit 5 million views. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. Because I was like, I'm going to make sure this video get views. I done took all this time making this video. But sometimes it could just something as simple as that. But now I got to the point where I'm like, you know, I'm going to make this video. If it does good, it does good. If it don't, on to the next. I'll find something else that'll do good.
Yeah. And every time we like shoot a video, I have fun shooting videos with you.
Yeah.
You know, we did the one when we did the Museum of Illusions.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, in Austin. And that was super fun shooting that. Like helping you kind of create some like different ideas and then filming that. And then the museum was a really cool place too. So it was like content galore in there because all the different like illusions and things that you can do. It's set up for you to film in there basically.
Yeah, it is.
And we had fun. Like even if that would have flopped, it still was super fun making that.
It was.
Making the pasta, that video, the Rotel,
the Rotel pasta,
that was fun, and it was delicious at the end.
Yeah.
The drink was fun. We went to Walmart. We got all the ingredients.
Got all that content that's gonna be edited.
Yeah, and we're gonna throw that on. You're gonna have that on your vlog video, so you'll see that. Like,
I think I'm gonna post that one separately.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that, like you're saying, I hang out with you all the time. I'm around you all the time.
Yeah.
And what he's saying is completely true. He's 100% consistent. He doesn't worry about what anybody thinks about him. And he has fun every time that he creates a video. And his mind is always creating. Like, you're always thinking of like new ways to create.
Yeah.
I know we've been going a while, but there's one story that's like one of my favorite from you is something really cool that you've done. So you've really grown, and you got a ton of following and everything else. And you decided to tell your mom to start creating. So your mom now, I know it's a sore subject, but she's killing you on Instagram.
Yeah,
how many followers she got on Instagram?
She's like 450K on Instagram.
And you're at what?
Like 237.
So almost half.
She's killing me.
And she started.
She's doing so good.
Yeah,
like,
she's
so good.
Started after you.
Yeah.
Like, how long has she been creating now?
I'll say since 2020.
So height of pandemic time.
Yeah.
When she was locked in too, she started
Yeah.
creating. So
she was still working. She was at she was working at a grocery store at that time.
So let's talk about that. So you're creating videos. Some of your videos are going viral. You're making a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Hey, mom, I think like you can." So how did that go? Like, how did you start getting her into?
So she was working like all the time, and like I would always want her in my videos, or like want my dad in my videos, because I mean sometimes I need some characters. You know?
Yeah.
I mean it's fine to be recorded by myself, but like add some more characters.
Yeah, change it up a little bit.
Yeah, so I was like, you need to start making videos because you do your hair every single day. She do her hair at the time for work. She was doing her hair every day, a new hairstyle every day. Spending 2 to 3 hours on a hairstyle every day, and she cooked every day, like good meals every single day. So I was like, you might as well just take a minute out of your time to like record.
Yeah, set up your phone.
Well, I mean, of course, it's not gonna take like a minute, but over time, it'll seem easier, and like it'll just feel like a minute of your time.
Yeah,
but
it's just an extra step to the cooking or doing your hair.
And then what I did was I never would like, like edit her videos or like be like, I would teach her the basics so that way she could get it down packed to the point where she don't ever need me. But like if she ever need help, I help her out to the point where she'll get like the basics down or like get it down packed. So that way, like now it's like perfect because like now I don't live there, and like she does it on her own. So basically she made this video. In the past I would record on her phone just because I was just bored and just wanted to make some videos. So I recorded random videos on her phone, kind of similar to my YouTube style. And I would just post it and like
on her account.
Yeah, but like she has 0 followers. It was a private account. So like I'll just do it just because. And then one day
loves creating.
One day she was like, I think I'm gonna make a video of me doing my hair. I was like, you should. So she made it took her hours. She's like, so how do I record? I showed her how to record. And then after that, it was just over. I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. She was like, dang, should I post this? I was like, yeah, people on their phone. It was the summer. She's like, but it's 1 o'clock. I was like, it don't matter. I was like, everybody on their phone. Somebody gonna be on their phone. And then she posted it. She's like, what? I got 100 views. Woke up, 2 million views. Crazy.
First video
she made.
2 million.
2 million views.
What was the video about?
Of her doing her hair.
What was is there a special hairstyle she was doing or anything?
I think it was braids going to the back and then the top part going down like this.
It was a pretty complicated
It was pretty complicated. It was simple, but she made it look, it was complicated, but she made it look very simple.
Yeah.
And
the end result was good.
And the end result was good. Like she did really good on that video.
Sure.
And I don't even remember I don't even remember the video. I gotta find it just because I remember that video going so viral. Like, it was crazy.
So she got that like ultimate dopamine rush. She was like, oh my God, people love my content.
Yep.
So she couldn't wait to start creating after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just remained consistent.
Yep, kept remaining consistent.
So how long after?
At times she thought about quitting though. Like
Really?
yeah, at times she like, dang.
Just a video didn't do as good as she wanted it to, or
not necessarily. Like she was having videos, but she was trying to. It was hard for her to find a way to monetize it. But then she ended up finding a way like to monetize herself, and like we would come up with plans to like make sure she make money for it and stuff like that. And then eventually she found a way to like do like the maximum amount of monetization. But I mean, it's still limitless. Like it's so many ways she can make money. So
yeah, brand deals, affiliate deals.
like right now we're talking about her making her seasoning, and she's making a cookbook at the same time right now.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff you could do, but she just kept going and kept going.
How many followers is she at on TikTok?
3.9 million.
3.9 million?
Yep.
What was cool is like when we went to Austin, I don't remember how many people came up to us, but they're like, yo, you that guy with the Q?
Yeah.
You the guy with the Audi?
Yeah.
Are you the guy that the helicopter? Like they would like reference one of his videos, but like at least.
And see, that's another thing I learned. Mariah Carey was at the event in LA, and she was like, one day I'm gonna be known as the video of the girl from the car wash. And then one day I'm gonna be known as the girl from Walmart. And I'm like, I'm picking up what she's saying. Yeah. And I'm like, dang, that kind of sound like me, like something I would be interested doing, like going into different ways. So like now you go through my content, you'll see a whole different style, like throughout a different period.
Storytelling.
There's storytelling, there's skits, there's car content, there's food content, dog content.
The drinks. So it's like I can stick to one niche if I need to. And like but a lot of people, because I mean, again, it's a numbers game. You got 6.5 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
250,000 may know you for the cars.
Yeah.
250,000 may know you from the drinks.
Yeah.
250,000 may know you from the helicopter
Yep.
event. So like you can pick and choose like kind of what you're known for, which is pretty cool. I never really thought about that before.
And see, when like marketing, a lot of people care about niches. It's always good to find a niche. And I found my niche. I found I'm really good at car content and food content. Those are my niches.
Yeah.
But I can dabble into anything because I started off as a dancer. When I go to New York, I'm going to be dancing.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a whole different wave of content that I haven't posted in so long.
Yeah.
Like I might dance every once in a while. But like the old videos when TikTok first started, like the trends where it'll be just song, like, you know, now they have challenge like trends and stuff, and I like every time there's a trend and I hop on it, it goes viral because like I've mastered that.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. Yeah, I know. You're always like, I'll send you some videos or whatever on TikTok that like I see this like newly viral, and then you'll create it.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times I'll see you post something and I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
And then I'll start watching TikTok the rest of the day, and then I see all the other videos of something that's trending. So you do always try to hop on something that's trending. But getting back to your mom, so after the hair stuff, she started doing the cooking videos. Oh, well, actually, what I was gonna say is when we were in Austin. And people were coming up to you and noticing you, or when we were in Texas, period, people would come up and recognize him, of course. But it was cool because like out of half the people that came up to him, they're like, man, I love what you did with your mom, or I love your mom's videos too, or I follow your mom too. It was really cool that they like a lot of people that came up to you also recognized your mom's videos, which is awesome. Yeah. And she has a completely different style, completely different videos. Yeah. You're hardly in the videos unless you're trying some of her food. Like you're not a main character in any of her videos, right?
Yep, not at all.
Yeah, just like she's in some of your videos as like cameo appearances, or if you're leaving and she's like, no, or I want to go, or whatever she's going to do in the video. You know, they're just kind of like side characters or whatever. And it's really cool. So she started creating, she wanted to quit. She started making some money, finally getting different deals and things done enough to where she was able to quit her job eventually, right? How long did that take, like of her creating videos before she was able to leave her day job?
So she actually had to leave her day job by force. So she has, a lot of people don't know, she has congestive heart failure. So at the time, like I guess with work, it was like a lot of stress, a lot was going on. And they wanted her to work, like they were working her to death, like all the time. 'Cause she was a manager. And one day she got really, really sick, and like Like she said her heart, her heart felt bad. So we had to go to the hospital. And I was like, this ain't it. Like that ain't it. Like it's not over. You got a lot to do. And cause she kind of got like really discouraged. And after that, she quit her job because she realized like at the end of the day, they don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just a number.
Yeah, they don't care. So,
but it's just like you with your knee injury. You thought it was all over.
Yeah.
Your basketball career is over. Your mom thinks that her like working career is over. But now it just gave her more time to be able to create videos and actually use like her creative mind to start making more videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So again, another blessing in disguise for her because now she's creating videos and she's killing it. She's going to do her own seasonings and possibly sauces. Yeah. She's going to do her own cookbook. She's probably going to come out with some merch. Like she's going to have a ton of other stuff going on in the end.
And another thing we want to do, we want to make this, eventually we want to have like a pop-up shop. We're going to do one in Columbus one time just to like test trial, like a pop-up food place that we'll make. Like we both make food. It's
like
just,
a competition.
Not necessarily.
You
just
could.
Like, we could. But like it's just gonna be crazy because like everybody in the city is gonna want to go try that food.
Yeah.
And then we'll do one in Atlanta. So it'll be crazy because like she wants to do catering at some point because a guy literally was like, hey, I'll fly you to LA, I'll fly you to Beverly Hills, I'll get you an Airbnb to stay in, and I'll pay you $10K to make me food for a day.
Dang.
So like it's there. People want her to cook.
Yeah. Like mainly like a celebrity chef essentially, which is a thing. Yeah. So she could do that easily.
Yeah. Celebrity chef. She could do that for sure.
Just thinking about her food right now, my mouth's watering. I'm starving. I'm thinking about her videos.
Man, I think I'm gonna go over there after this video.
Yeah. You'll make her drink over there with her.
I know, right? I should. That's what I'm probably gonna do.
But yeah, she makes some delicious food. It all looks delicious every time she makes it, and she's been doing much better than you on Instagram. So, but yeah, it's been cool to watch you basically retire your mom. We got to get LZ on board next.
I know he's next,
and we'll link his mom's on this as well, so you guys can go check out her videos if you haven't seen anything. But I think you've been killing it in the freaking content game, man. And so kind of my knowing Marquay is kind of through the car scene. We're going to start filming some more videos using my cars, having some fun with that, which I think will be really neat because, again, car videos for you do really well.
Yeah, they do.
And then we've been traveling. So we went to Texas. We got a trip coming up to New York. We've got, Chester's 75th birthday.
Yeah.
From Cheetos, Chester.
And it's crazy because I just watched that movie. The guy who created Cheetos.
Oh, really? I didn't know there was a movie out of it.
It's on Disney. He created the Cheeto. Well, the hot Cheeto.
Oh, I hadn't seen that yet.
I think he created the Cheeto and the hot Cheeto.
Yeah. What do you know what it's called?
No, hot Cheeto. He created the hot Cheeto. It's on Disney Plus. But the kid, the guy, do you know the guy, the TikTok guy, Inky Boys?
I've heard of him, yeah.
So his son is in the video.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Is Inky Boys, is that the one that he passed away?
Yeah,
okay,
passed.
Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about.
And his son is in the video.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, in the movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
He's kind of like the second star in the movie. Well, kind of like a star in the movie, main character.
That's really cool. So we're gonna go to New York, check out Chester's birthday, and that's with Mischief as well. Yeah. If people don't know what Mischief is, that's the big red boot. They had the Jesus shoes. They had the devil shoes. There was a big controversy with that with Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
But that's the company kind of behind all that. And we're gonna go up there, probably try out some bunch of different restaurants.
A lot of different restaurants. Make some money up there too.
Yeah.
And then after that, after New York, we're gonna go local. Atlanta. Going to Atlanta.
Which is cool because when we were in Texas, I've talked to Marquay about this stuff before, but like collaborating with other creators. And while we were in Texas, Funny Marco messaged you.
Yeah, he messaged
on TikTok, which he actually has a good bit less followers than you on TikTok. Yeah. I thought he was on up there, but collaborate with Funny Marco, collaborate with all these like different people. I think that we're going to start reaching out to people.
Lil Yachty is in Atlanta. I could probably hit him up.
Yep. I know where Lil Yachty lives.
Okay.
I creeped on him one time.
Okay, we just go knock on his door.
We'll just go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gated.
We just knock on the gate.
Yeah. But Drewski did a video at his house too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in Georgia, so we can do that. But like, kind of some of my capacity is hanging out with Marquay. I own a lot of different businesses that can kind of run themselves, but also I want to try to help like Marquay manage a lot of different like deals. My wife Ashley's got a lot of free time. She can help him make connections with people like in Atlanta and like a bunch of different local people, and try to help you out, as well as I've been trying to help you out with growing your website.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
setting up your merch as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like the capacity of kind of our relationship. Yeah, we got a lot of new merch coming. We actually just met right before this. We met with our guy that's helping us design a lot of our merch. So hopefully we have a lot of new merch coming out pretty soon. What you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be fire.
Want to drop some stuff?
It's gonna be fire.
Man, dude, this has been awesome. I think a lot of people can learn a ton from all of your wisdom in the content creation space, social media, and I think that I don't know. I think we should probably do this pretty regularly.
Yeah,
It'd be pretty cool
fun.
to have you on here. We got a background. We got some background on here.
I think next time we're gonna go live.
We go live
on YouTube.
Yeah, we did that with Mark and Big Group.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
They've got a software that they use, which is really cool. So they went live and did it, and we don't have that set up, and we were already 2 hours into trying to set up everything else. So next time we can go live, we can do some like live Q&A, as well as we can keep this keep this same format going, post it on YouTube and everything else as well. Try to post it.
Yeah, we could. Q&As would be really good. Like people come in as it's live and then like Q&A.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we
like
can
with the monitor.
Throw up everything on the screen, answer some questions. I think that'll be really cool. And then, I don't know, just kind of keep this thing going. We'll do some more mukbangs. Y'all stay tuned because we're going to do some more. But let me know in the comments, should this be like a normal thing? Me and Marquay hanging out doing this? I don't know. Let me know. Is that a good idea or not?
I think it's a good idea. Y'all let us know. Let us know.
Let us know. But I appreciate you hanging out with me and being friends, and let me tag along with all your fun adventures. It's been fun so far, but we got a lot more to go.
A lot to do. Yeah.
I'm excited about it, man. So I appreciate that. And then we'll catch you guys next time.